Yeah, when she's bent over checking out the engine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 830 Pathfinder podcast. We are here with Staff Sergeant Laz. How are you doing?
Pretty good, second LT. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you. All right, let's just jump into this here. So, who are you and where are you from?
So my game name I've been using, I am Lazaro. A lot of people call me Laz, Johnny Laz. I'm from right outside of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania.
No, there's one thing I didn't know about you is where you were from.
Yeah, right on the East Coast, about 15, 20 minutes outside the city.
You're not an Eagles fan, are you?
Pretty weird. I actually don't watch sports at all.
Okay, no worries then. That's good then. You're not an Eagles fan. I like you more now.
Let's go.
All right, next thing. What do you do for a living out there?
So right now I'm currently employed I'm in the laborers union, local 57 out of Philadelphia. I am basically right now I'm building rebar cages. I'm the grade man. I work with an operator and I basically dig trenches and I'm laying pipe in the ground. A lot of conduit. I work with electricians, a lot of building guys, and it's pretty fun. So I'm outside all day. I work Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. Sometimes we get overtime. So I'm on my feet all day, working with my hands. It's fun.
A real man's man.
You should see this death grip. Mm.
So, as you haven't broken your mouse too many times.
I actually just bought a new one.
We'll get into that later when we get into the DOS questions.
Okay, okay.
um, so I know you said you have 2 kids, right? And you're hoping for more.
Yeah, I've been with my wife for 5 years. My daughter is 3 years old. She turns 4 February 5th. And I have a son who just turned 1 year old, January 7th. We're in the process of hopefully getting out of this apartment and buying a house this summer. The game plan. And as soon as that happens, I'm gonna be shooting some rounds downfield, if you know what I mean.
Laying some other kind of pipe. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. What is something none of us know about you? Could be just a hobby or something you enjoy that you've kind of kept secret that you don't mind telling us now.
Tough one. I feel like I've kind of expressed myself through Dodds, all my activities and everything. I feel like it was the other way around back then. If that makes any sense. Middle school and high school, I was like super athletic. I was like the jock, sporty nerd, but nobody knew I played video games. So in high school, I was like Mr. Popular, and now, like, no one knew I played video games. It was crazy. Like
I
three,
get that.
three of my friends knew I played Dodds for 10 hours.
Yeah, I
But
was like that
man,
too. None of my friends were gamers at all. I was like the only one besides when I started working at Staples back then. The buddy of mine there that kind of we got into it, but other than that, nobody else knew.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I've played with everyone for so long. Everyone knows basically everything about me. I don't really have that much secrets,
Yeah,
you
it's the
know.
thing with a close community this small after this many years. We kind of know everything about each other.
Hell yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's just go into it. How long have you been playing Dodds for, and what got you into the realism part of it?
So if I can remember correctly, I started, so I was in 5th grade. I think I was 9 or 10 when I started playing Day of Defeat. I was over at my buddy's house just hanging out, and his father was actually playing just Day of Defeat. So I hopped on, I'm playing it. I'd go home, I beg my parents on my square box monitor, whatever it was, a Dell from 1990, whatever. And I think I legit got into Dodds when I was 12. I believe I was in 7th grade or 8th grade. And I was just playing, doing my thing. And his name's Mookie. He passed away, unfortunately. God rest his soul. He was the man. I was just pubbing in a server, and he's like, dude, you're like so good. Have you played realism before? And I was like, no, I don't think so. So he actually told me, let's go. You're coming with me. And he actually recruited me into the first SAS. from playing with the first SAS. I started playing competitively for Warborn way back when. That was my first team, and I was in the first SAS, and then it kind of just gradually went up from there.
Okay, I get. Did you ever play with that Bobson guy way back or no?
I did not. He was, oh man, he was a couple years ahead of me.
Okay, he's like one of the only like pro guys I know from way back in the day.
My sniper for my team was the Bradley, and then the other good players, which I actually use her config. Her name was Ducky and Whitetail. They're two very good snipers that I kind of looked after or looked up to. And another one is ZX. They're all very good snipers, which is what I wanted to do. And I was first SAS's sniper for realism, and now I know I play rifle a lot, but I've always been a sniper.
Sniper at heart. I get that. All right. If you were a chair, what celebrity would you want to sit on you?
Oh, baby, I'm gonna have to say, Megan Fox, without
Good
a doubt.
choice. Are we talking like first Transformers, Megan Fox?
Yeah, when she's bent over checking out the engine. Oh my
Exactly. I
God.
get it. We're all gonna get it. All the guys will. Don't worry. The girls are gonna get it too. What am I kidding here? Come on.
Who
All
hasn't seen
right.
that scene? Oh my
On repeat, over and over.
God.
All right. This one's from Lanier. He wanted to know this because he wanted me to ask about it. So he wants to know what your gym routine is.
Like currently, or like how I progressed to what I do now?
He probably wants it all, knowing him. He's obsessed when you have your shirt off on cam when we're playing dodds.
Okay, so from growing up in high school, this is a seventh grade moment. I was very small. I was probably 5 foot, 80 pounds, very tiny. And I actually got bullied. I got picked on. This kid, never forget. He always messed with me. So when I went home, I told my father, and he said, "All right, let's go. We're going to Modell's." He bought me a heavy bag and a speed bag. So from seventh grade until I was a junior in high school, I basically trained myself with my father in my basement how to box. A kid who wrestled was like, "Dude, I heard you box, blah, blah, blah. Come to this place with me." It was called Marple Sports Arena. Well, the head trainer there, you can probably Google him. His name's Marty Feldman. He's in the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame, and he fixed all my mistakes from punching a heavy bag and speed bag in my basement where the ceiling was super tiny and my height difference on my punches were way off. So he taught me how to punch correctly, fix my punching. Speed bag was always super fast, and I jump rope super fast. So from boxing, I got into doing jujitsu. So I joined UFC gym when I was like 16, I believe. So I boxed and did jujitsu. And between working with all those guys, I kind of created my own like pre-workout plan where I stretch basically for 30 minutes before I do anything. And then after I do all my stretches, I work on a single body part a day. So if you go Monday through Friday, you could hit all your core muscles. So what I do is Monday I'll do chest, Tuesday I'll do back, Wednesday I'll do legs to like split up the upper body and lower, it's kind of mix it up. Um, Thursday I'll do shoulders, and then Friday I do arms. That's basically my how I do it. Now a lot of people even in the gym, because I could do like split and all this crazy stuff. They've actually asked me what I do, and that's how I actually got my one private security gig because one of the guys thought I could do a split, and I'm lifting crazy weight. So I'm very little. I'm like 152 pounds right now, but it all goes back to seventh grade to this guy named Mike who wanted to start some crap with me, and he created a monster.
Created a new Jean Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. So that's my little story.
Lanier's gonna love that.
Cool, cool.
All
I
right.
hope it
So I
does.
know the one thing you always talked about a lot, and people joke about with you, is your your shooting award that you got that you still hold the record for. So tell us about that and what your favorite gun is too.
Okay. And to go back to that little story real fast, I still hold since 2008 the push-up record at my high school, which is 101 to the push-up pacer beat. If anyone wants to look that up and try to beat me.
The beat, is that
Um,
like the beat test kind of thing? Like it has like a constant thing or it goes faster or what is it?
it's literally a guy that says down, up, down, up, just like that on repeat forever until you stop, until you can't do
Oh,
a
okay.
push-up. And my teacher was very strict and he actually held his fist underneath my chest. So I had to go down and touch his hand every time if anyone thinks I cheated.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't be able to come close to beating that.
um so yeah, my sharpshooter award, 2016 I went to the police academy. I was 25 years old and I never even shot a handgun before joining the police academy. Maybe a couple weeks prior, um my best friend, I was the best man at his wedding. He's a huge hunter and I went up to his hunting property and his father said, "Hey John, shoot that tree over there. I'm gonna put a piece of paper on it and draw, a circle on it." First round went. I was probably at like, I don't know, 10 meters, pretty close, through the bullseye. And he was like, "Holy crap, man, you're natural." So whatever. So I end up going. When I was in the academy, I went probably every weekend just to shoot. I had that I bought right before the academy a Springfield Armory XDS 9mm. I just went and I shot that every day or on the weekends. And then when the time came, I was in the second platoon in my class. We had two platoons. How it works in the academy, there's a class lieutenant and there's two class sergeants. The first platoon had the class lieutenant and one sergeant. My platoon only had a sergeant, so my platoon had to nominate a lieutenant. They nominated me to be the lieutenant, and we went to the range probably the last month out of the 6 month academy, so they got to know me well enough to put that faith into me, make that me their leader, which was nice. And I end up shooting the 100% sharpshooter award, which is with your rifle, shotgun, and handgun. Um, Rifle and shotgun, it's 100 meters, and then 50 meters, and on, and then your handgun's 25 meters and closer. Um, After that, we had our county SWAT sergeant come to the class, and we did something called the pistol dot torture drill, which you could look that up as well. It's basically a piece of paper, single loose leaf piece of paper with 9 circles on it, all labeled 1 through 9, all in a row, 3 by 3. And you stand at 5 meters, and I believe it's 60 rounds is the total uh, class. And I was the only one in my academy to score a perfect score on that as well. And he said, "Lazaro, there's something wrong with you. No one can do that." So after all that, I asked people, or people asked me, how did you shoot so well? Because after that, I was 5 years law enforcement. I scored perfect on all my tests. And I tell them it's from playing dodge. And they don't believe me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but if you treat dodge like real life, for me, it works. I could shoot well. I would clear buildings during, drills, and they were like, "What branch of the military are you in?" And I was like,
As first SAS.
first SAS, yeah, like stuff like that. And it was people would laugh at me, and I'm like, I swear to God, it's from a video game.
That's funny, man. That's awesome too.
But yeah, so I got all that, and in the academy when I graduated, I received the best graduating cadet out of 56 graduating students. I received the Jesse Hartnett patch, which is a Florida Highway Patrol patch. Jesse Hartnett was the Philadelphia police officer who was ambushed on duty by a claimed Islamic terrorist. If you want to look that up, that was on the news. He came to my academy class, which was pretty cool. And I have that patch with me at all times. It's like my little good luck charm. So I'm happy I could receive that.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll jump on to the next question here. Question I've asked before numerous times. If you're on a desert island, you could bring along one song, one movie, and one book to listen to or read as well. What would you pick for each one of those?
One song would have to be, I'm going to go with Stairway to Heaven by Zeppelin. One movie, I'm going to have to go with Saving Private Ryan because I've probably seen it a million times and it's probably my favorite movie. And to be completely honest with you, I don't read books. And the only books I've ever read were the ones that I had to in high school.
All right, you can bring one gun that you can just use to shoot around and have fun, not to hunt with, but just the gun you enjoy the most that you have or you ever used.
I'm going to bring my HK VP9 Tactical with me. It's a 9mm handgun.
There we go. I like it. All right, this is the one question that has broken people before. It broke Rhodey, and he still hasn't recovered after like a year and a half. What is your favorite joke?
My favorite joke?
Yeah. It can be as dirty as or clean as you want. I don't care.
Okay. It's kind of I'm gonna see if I can get this right. Hold on. Let me say it before I talk it.
All right.
I know this is not gonna be right, but it's somewhat. Three dudes are at a bar, and first dude goes into the bathroom, comes out, and he's smiling, and his friends are like, "Why are you smiling?" And he's like, "Oh, I was talking to Bubbles." And second dude goes in the bathroom, comes out, same thing. Says he's talking to Bubbles in there. Third dude goes in, same deal. Talking to Bubbles. Then the fourth guy comes out, and he's like, yeah, I was in the bathroom blowing bubbles. Bubbles is the dude in the bathroom. It's better. There's a correct way to say that, but it's all about blowing bubbles in the bathroom.
Don't worry, it's still not as bad as Rhodey's.
One of my buddies told it to me, and I was wasted and I was crying laughing.
All right, no worries. I think I heard it before. I think or like a version of it, so I think it works.
Cool. I tried.
All right, and we'll go to the last few questions here. So they're would you rather questions. So would you rather
Let's
be
go.
born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
I'm gonna go with an elephant trunk
I would have
because
picked that too.
I feel like you just hit your head on way too many things.
And the trunk is you can use it for so many things.
Yeah, and you could tuck it in your shirt. You could hide it. Wrap it around your chest. Put a big jacket on.
It'd be great for me in the wintertime up here. Just keep my neck warm.
Yeah, use it as a scarf.
All right, a bit of a harder question. Would you rather wear the same pair of dirty underwear for a week or wear your mom's clean underwear for a day?
I'm gonna take my mom's underwear because I
For
already kind of wear like tight, like spandex every day. I feel like mom's underwear wouldn't be any tighter.
all right, sorry, that made me laugh. I don't know why. All right, and the last one. Would you rather get slapped in the face every time you thought about sex or sneeze continuously while having sex?
See, that's a tough one because imagine you're walking through like a mall or something with your wife or something, and you're like, just looking in at the scenario, at the scenery,
I know it's a hard one.
and you're getting rocked at left and right.
Or you're going to be
Um,
sneezing in her face continuously.
yeah, while you're going to town. Damn. I'll take the slaps. You could slap me every time.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks for doing this with us. I'm sure people are going to enjoy getting to know you a bit better here.
Anytime. Thanks for having me, and I hope everyone enjoys the show.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next month.
Take it easy, guys. Thank you.